Hello everybody, I have a 2016 Tahoe. Real quick, I'll show you the problem that we're having. You can see how the seats kind of lean back. It will not come back forward. So when I push back, I can hear the motor running like it wants to go back further, but it's kind of at the end of its limit there. But the forward and back still work, and the lumbar is still moving. There we go. You can kind of hear that. So the only thing that's not working, so it goes back. The only thing that's not working is bringing it back forward. But I can hear the motor. Sounds like it wants to run, just not forward. And then both of these, up and down, everything else is still working just fine. So it's only that come back forward portion of the seat is not working. Okay, so there's a couple screws, and I'll show you here in a minute. There's one up here in the front. You actually have to go on the inside, and then there's one here in the back. You have to go in the back seat, and it screws up through the back. But I'll show you that here in just a second where those are. But these are both like the Star Torx bit screws that go in there. And then pulling this off, you just kind of lift up. There's a bar and like a little lip inside of here that catches on, and then just kind of pull that out. So one of those screws goes through here and into the plastic down here, and the other one it's right there. That's the back side of it. So it goes through there and into the back of the seat there. So those two screws, and then these two wire harness clips, one here and one there. So I'm gonna pull those off real quick. Okay, so a few things here. I had read about this online about the seat moving in one direction, or moving back and forth but not reclining, or reclining back but not coming back up. So only part of it working, or some of it working but not all of it. So the biggest thing that I seen as a fix was buying a new module here. So this is the new one. As you can see, the old one is still installed in here. So what I did was I'd already purchased this, hoping that this was it, and you can see now that my seat is moving up, and so that reclining is working. So everything on here is working. The front and back is working just fine. Yeah, everything appears to be working correctly. So what I am going to do, and it actually sits in here like this. So a couple things. There's tabs. So this is the old one that I need to take out. There's tabs all along here. You can already see that one's broken. Tabs, and there's tabs all along the bottom. And then the other thing are, which I've already pulled these, I've loosened these already, but the buttons or the switches, covers on this side need to come off, so that you can get this out the back side. So real quick, you guys probably seen these little marks right here. I started with just a screwdriver, and I kind of pried these ones off. Probably not the best idea because I did mar it up pretty good. So I don't know what this exactly is. I don't know if it's actually a trim tool, but it works pretty good as a trim tool. So I took this one off with this little trim tool. It's kind of got a little bit of leverage, and not as pointy and big around as this. So anyways, be careful taking those off. I did mark mine up. I'm not extremely worried about it, but I am kind of bummed out if it's going to be visible after I put everything back together. But next thing I'm going to do, which I'll need both hands, is just kind of go around and pull up on these tabs, try not to break them all, and then just slide this out. All right, so I got the old modular switch there out and the new one in. So what I found for taking the old one out was that worked pretty well. Was kind of put a little bit of pressure here, and then go along with your other hand and slide the screwdriver underneath here and kind of work these out. There's tabs on the top and the bottom, so kind kind of pull on this, work that one, and then work my way backwards. I did break one here, and then one on the bottom is broken as well. But basically just keep pressure applied and then just pull it out. Then when you reinstall it, that one wasn't all the way back in, but basically you just put it in and kind of press it, and it just pops back in, right back in place. I still need to hook up the wire harness here and down here on the bottom. There's two there, and I've snapped one of these buttons back on, and or these button covers, so they literally just snap in place. You know, just put them over there and snap them on. So pretty easy, but I'm gonna hook everything back up and wrap this up. Okay, so just to wrap it up, and then I'm gonna show you one more thing, but you know, hook the wire harness up, everything, both harnesses, and then this cover, like I said, it has tabs or lips up here on the top, and there's a bar, so you kind of got to raise it up and kind of put it on from the top, and then you have to make sure that this little piece sits back in this little groove. There's a little area right here where this fits over, and then you kind of have to reach around the back and make sure back here that it kind of pulls out so you can fit it around the mounting screw hole back there. So not too bad, just finagle a little bit. I still have to put the screws in. One thing I did notice, this is going to be interesting, but this button, when I push it forward and let go, it just continuously goes forward. Does not happen on the back, almost like the button is sticky in the forward motion. I'm gonna leave it as is for now, and you know, just have to remember not to stop it when you get it to where it is. But you know, that part that I showed you, the one that I ordered, you know, I don't know why it's doing that, but maybe it'll loosen up a little bit after you use it. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll always be that way. Anyways, just be wary. That one that I bought may not be the best. It definitely was the cheapest, the cheaper ones that were online. So may look at going with something a little different. And maybe it's just mine. I don't know. Other thing I wanted to let you guys know about. So in the middle of this, when I was taking everything apart, pulling the harness off when I had the old module in, I heard I was playing with it, messing around. I heard like a little bit of a pop, and it quit. This one quit working even in the forward and back, which it normally did. So I thought, uh-oh, I've really messed it up now because nothing is working. So just wanted to show you this real quick. I don't know why that happened, but so there's a fuse panel on both sides. There's one on the driver's side that's in this same area, and there's one here on the passenger side. I didn't realize there was one over here. Anyways, there is a fuse, and it's this 30 amp fuse right here controls the power seat. That had blown, so I don't know if you can see this one, this 30 amp here. Let's see if you can see that dark spot in the middle. So that is the blown fuse that was over here. This one here is for the sunroof, so I just pulled the one for the sunroof, pushed it over to the power seats, and so the sunroof's not going to work until I can get a replacement fuse. I don't have any of those. Anyways, just wanted to point that out in case anybody completely has lost power to your seat. That might be something that you check, is this fuse over here. So again, I don't know why mine blew when I was working on it. I don't know if there was a loose wire that I was pulling on and it shorted out or what, but I'm hoping this doesn't cause me any problems in the future. But I just swapped those fuses, and it's everything's working like it should now. So anyways, thanks for watching.